In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and install this Treatlife 3-way smart dimmer switch. This is probably one of the easiest and most straightforward smart dimmer switches I've installed, so this is going to be very straightforward. All right, so without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so luckily with this setup, we only need to pull out one switch because we're only replacing one switch. Whether we're working with a 3-way, a 4-way, it doesn't matter. We're only replacing one switch. What we need to know is which of the switches is the one that's getting power from another source, the panel box, wherever. It's the input side. So the easiest way I know of is to go ahead, if you're not comfortable with this, turn the power off, but you only need to pull out the switch just about a ½ an inch to be able to do this test. If you have one of these voltage testers, this will be very helpful. What we're going to do is with the light fixture turned off, you'll need to locate the black screw. Take a flashlight and shine one in there if you have to, being careful not to touch any of the screws. My black screw is right here. So we have no power on the black screw. That means the other side should have power on the black screw. Let's go check that. All right, so same thing over here. I've only just got the switch pulled out a little bit. We already know it's this one because it wasn't the other one. But here's our black screw. I know you can't see it on the camera. So we have power on the black screw. Now I'm not concerned with what's on the other screws, only the black screw. So we know this is our input. We can go ahead and put the other side back together. We don't have to mess with that anymore. Let's cut off the power, and I'm going to take this switch and pull it out. All right, so as you can see here, I've gone ahead and removed the old switch out of here, but before you do that, it's a good idea to double verify the power is off before you touch the wires. So if you're kind of skeptical about keeping track of the wires, especially the one that was on the black screw, the kit does come with some labels, and I went ahead and stuck the label on the one that came off of the black screw. You don't have to do that. Stay tuned, and I'll give a more in-depth explanation of how to tell the difference between your line wire and your two traveler wires. Very easy to identify. I'll explain that here in a second. All right, now since this is a smart switch, it does require a neutral wire. My house is a very tight box right here because there's a block wall here and there's not much room between the block and the drywall, so they put in these shallow boxes, which don't even get me started. Anyway, I got my neutral wire pigtailed into the other neutral wires that's in there behind this switch. So if you don't have a neutral wire that's easy to get to, you can do something similar to that. So very simple on the switch. Just remove the label that's on there. It's a yellow label just to make sure the power is off is all it says. And then we've got traveler, line, neutral. Very straightforward. All right, so I got my neutral hooked up. My two travelers, red and red. It doesn't make any difference which way you hook them up. And then the power. So I've saved that one just so you can see. There's nothing to it. Just kind of put the wires together kind of even like that. And then twist it on. And when I'm done twisting, I usually pull on it, make sure it doesn't come out. Now I'm going to carefully stuff all these wires in the box, and I kind of have to strategically place them in there because, like I said, I have a shallow box, so I'll be right back. All right, so I finally got it all back in the box, and let me tell you, it was quite a time to get that big switch in that little box. I found that the wire nuts were a little bit too big, so what I did was I used these little 𝐓𝐘𝐒 connectors. They're a little bit flatter than the wire nuts, and that gave me just enough room to get it all back in there. So if you run into a similar problem like this, the 𝐓𝐘𝐒 wire nuts are flatter, and they might help you with that. So everything's working, got the power back on, working like it's supposed to be. So let me go ahead and give you my little explanation on how to identify the difference between travelers and your line and load. And we'll be back at the end to set it up on the phone, and I'll show you how all that works too. So the number one mistake I've seen people make is not keeping track of which wire went on the black screw. Say we got a bad switch, we go ahead and pull the wires off. Like say the red one's off and it's loose as well. Well, now when you go to put it back with a new switch, you've got two black wires and you're like, well, I don't know, put this one on the gold, put that one on the black, it doesn't really matter. But then you get that thing where that switch has got to be on for the light to work, or this switch has got to be on, or whatever. It just doesn't work right. It's because these wires were mixed up. Well, the tip is to mark the one that's on the black screw with a magic marker, with a piece of tape. Doesn't matter. Put a wire nut on it, a different color wire nut, anything to mark that one. will work. Now, if that happens to you and you don't know how to fix it back, the easiest way to tell is look and see where the wires are coming from. You'll have one set of wires that's a 14-3 or a 12-3. It's going to have a black, white, and red on there. That one goes on your travelers with the gold screws, right? And the white one is usually your neutral. And then the other one will be a 14-2 or a 12-2. That's the one that goes on your common. So say this one is our 12-2 or 14-2. That's going to be the one that goes on the black screw. All right, so head over to your app store and download and install the Treatlife app. Once you have installed that, go ahead and follow the prompts. Is pretty much all it is. Open the app up and you'll probably want to log in. There is a try as guest option, so I'm just going to use that. You don't have to log in. And go ahead and agree to whatever and allow whatever you need to allow. Tags, and title, and all that good stuff right here. Now add your device. Okay, so discovering devices, go ahead and click add right there, and you'll have to enter your Wi-Fi credentials right here. Once you do that, it kind of automatically detects the dimmer switch, so add that. And now we're going to test that. Very simple. On, off, working great, okay? Now here's a screenshot right here of the instructions for your Alexa or Google apps. I'm not going to cover any of that stuff. You can read that right here or go to their website. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for watching.